to cancel the flights between Johannesburg and Washington DC both ways. In other words, a flight that should be operating this evening from Johannesburg to Washington DC via Accra, as well as a flight that should be operating from Washington DC to Johannesburg via Accra due to bad weather. Reports that we have received indicate that there will be a heavy snowfall that will make it impossible for us, even if we are to depart this evening, to land in Washington DC and to take off from Washington DC on Saturday in the afternoon. However, the flights between Johannesburg and New York City, JFK International, they have not been affected. We are monitoring the situation and we are in constant liaison with the airport authorities that side.
How many passengers have been affected?
Look, I do not have information right on my fingertips at the moment, but we operate either a 340 600 aircraft, which is a biggest aircraft that we usually use to transport passengers between South Africa and the United States, which has a capacity of over 250.
And do we know whether or not arrangements have been made by either yourselves or the commuters to say we'd rather go to JFK or go to different places of landing, perhaps Burlington in the US? Are there any arrangements to try and circumvent the storm?
What we have decided to do was to make this information available to our passengers so that they are empowered with this information and they can explore alternative travel arrangements. If they want to cancel, they can so cancel. We are saying that we should be able to re-accommodate all our passengers as soon as it becomes clear, the weather clears, or it becomes safe for us to operate. However, we understand that there may be challenges if everybody were to want to fly to JFK, for example. It may prove difficult for them to commute to their final destinations.
And we're hearing that the storm may actually be headed in the direction of JFK. I'm not sure if you can verify those reports.
We have not received any information to that effect. We are in constant liaison with the authorities in the United States. We were on a telephone conference last night to assess the situation, and we took a decision that we should be able to operate between Johannesburg and JFK.
And for those passengers who perhaps have not been informed about this latest cancellation or who need further information, what do they do? Where do they go?
We have issued a statement, and in the hope that media outlets like SABC will be able to sensitize and notify our customers. However, those customers whose details are available to us, we will be making direct contact with them. An alternative arrangement is for those the customers who are based in South Africa to call us at the Johannesburg code 978 1111 or 0860-606-606.
All right. And lastly, you said that the status quo will remain as is in terms of flights to Washington being cancelled up until Saturday, or are we expecting that maybe Sunday would also be affected?
We hope that the weather will clear and it will be safe for us to operate from Saturday out of Johannesburg as well as from Sunday out of Washington DC. However, should the weather conditions persist, we will send another advisory in the form of an update to indicate whether we are able to continue with our operations or not.
I suppose we'd have to wait and see. When the hand of God is at play there and Mother Nature is in control, then we cannot give those confirmations. But Tlali Tlali, thank you so much for that update, and we'll continue to bring you the very latest as and when the information becomes available.